to share and released a new course just right now. Did I even submit it? I think I submitted it in the post form. Okay, go. Good to see everyone. Please forgive me for my voice. We're going to see how long this goes for. Welcome to another podcast with Jonathan Acuna, Dr. AI, but I have some cool things to share with you. Apologize for Saturday's workshop. Completely crashed and burnt out. I had no energy for Saturday. Like, you want to talk. I was honestly up till, I had never went to sleep actually. I was actually up the whole night and never went to bed, and was working on a new working on a new presentation because I was trying to get like webinars presentation down, because this kind of plays into my long plan of like building an evergreen sales funnel basically. So starting off with a ChatGPT workshop. So I wanted to like nail down a really good presentation. But I spent all night working on it. Me and Jen Spark were just going back and forth in Canva and setting up so I'm going to probably do it in the community on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it's going to be Tuesday. I'm going to redo that workshop. So it's for the members in the community. That way we could go through all the ChatGPT fundamentals, which would be really good. So we'll do that. Outside of that, next, highly recommend. Number one, VS Code plus Claude Code. Wow. What a combination. Oh my gosh. Have I saved so many hours with that combination alone? Because now I have a superpower. This is like the way, let me actually write this down, because this has been a new frame of thinking that I want to think about, of like, how do people think about AI? Like, what's the essential? It's not tech stack. It's not tools. It's agents. What are the essential agents you need in your life to automate any type of work that comes your way, basically? Because I could have wasted an hour of my life with some of the projects, like 2 projects could have wasted 2 hours of my life. But because I have the concept that Python, I don't have to write Python code, but the concept that I'm like, hey, Claude Code, write me a Python program that automates this data entry job that I have to do. It does it. And I'm like, okay, that's worth spending 5 minutes. Because I'm like, can I spend 5 minutes and actually try and automate it? Or do I just go the manual route and it's going to take an hour of my life of just copy, paste. For context, I'm moving all of my, so you should have a subscription tracker, which I highly recommend. I use TickTick because you have a place that it has a list and it syncs with your calendar. And that's fun. And then you have to confirm it so nothing falls through the cracks. Those are the 3 essentials that you need for a subscription tracker. So originally I was using ClickUp for it, but I'm not using ClickUp like much for anything. So I'm going to cancel. I don't have much of like a funnel of like a CRM and sales. That's not part of my sales process. Most of my entire sales process and lead gen is automated. So that's why I'm like, I don't need ClickUp anymore. It's like, so now for me to move out of ClickUp, I just exported a CSV file of all my subscriptions. There's like 36 subscriptions, and then some are personal, some are business, so it's combined. Now, TickTick does not have an API, an official API of like data in, data out entry. It doesn't have the ability to import or export like nicely, which is like a black box, which is, I hate that. It's a data silo, meaning all your data is trapped in the app, and I hate that, because now we want to move things out of the apps so that we could put AI, so that we can have AI do all the data entry jobs, basically. This is going to be so exciting for next year. Like next year is going to get so crazy as far as like having AI agents help and manage your life and business. Like, we're at that stage for 2026 for sure. We're going to start building the infrastructure for that. Like, I'm building a super agent that knows everything about you, that also, it's all in cloud VS Code basically. And then that knows everything about you and can do these custom super programs to help you with throughout your day. This is such a hack and workflow for the average person, because I'm not a software developer, nor do you have to write a single line of code to unlock this superpower. You just have to know how to set up VS Code and get a familiarity with it, install Claude Code on it. There's cheaper ways, technically. Claude isn't the most affordable. It's the most effective, but it's not the most affordable for sure, of like tokens and stuff like that. But honestly, you're not going to like go crazy on what it could do. So for how much it takes to actually manage your working life and do little projects of building custom little Python codes, the mindset is basically what I want you to think of is, oh my gosh, well, Python, that's a great question. Ricky Robotic, and also that's a dope name. it doesn't only do Python. Like you could not restrict it. You can have it just solve the problem in whatever language that you want, fundamentally, basically. If it's Python, I know how to read Python because you still have to go in and do some extra steps of like changing variables, adding your API keys or your session cookies. Like you still have to know how to go in, and depending on whatever language, because some people are comfortable with like JavaScript or there's all sorts of like different Python. I'm not a developer in any shape, way, or form. So I just chose Python because it's like a Swiss Army knife, and I could read Python on a very, very basic fundamental level of just like comments and where variables. For sure, that's like essential. Um, where should I learn AI in the next 3 months? Start with my completely free YouTube playlist. One of the comments, it's like, where should I start? For free, I have a YouTube playlist on my channel, YouTube or Jonathan Acuna. There's a one playlist. There's only one playlist, and it's Learn AI for free. I took all my best tutorials, put them in there, and they're there for free. So that's a great way to start. Plus, if you want to take it to the next level, this wasn't planned or anything. What's their name? Oriseb. Oriseb just had a question, which I worked out. He's like, where should I learn in the next 3 months? Because you have to learn AI. Oh my God. If I knew AI when I was a 9 to 5 employee, I would have automated my entire job so fast. But I'm a horrible programmer. I know how to copy paste and I can read the fundamentals, but I tried to become a software developer and failed because there's too much information. But I know how to hack together little programs. I know how to be very savvy to find the answer, copy paste the answer, and troubleshoot until I figure it out. I'm more persistent than a developer. I'm just very determined to automate this because I don't want to do this manually. I want to automate my life in every shape, way, and form. And so that's why like this also ties into my book called Press Go, How to Save 20 plus hours every week through AI and automation, coming out 90 days from next Saturday. So I have to finish the book next Saturday, which is like, I think November 29th, give or take, or something like that. And then I start a 90-day marketing plan to market my book. So for everyone, it's like when you're, this is my first Amazon book, going through the process using AI to help me write my book, especially Claude. Then the book's almost already written. I'm actually going to, this week, I'm going to start reading chapters of the book this week. I think that's what I'm going to do for 6 p.m. I'm going to read a chapter from my book. And yeah, it's so because I'm going through the editing process anyways. So that's really good. And then good to see you, Gabrielle. And good to see you, Met Your Mom. Good to see you both. So, oh my gosh, is this such a superpower and hack? So let's talk about like now, okay, so this segues into another thing, like too. Technically, it's all live too. I think I blacked out like last Saturday of just pure exhaustion, and then I'm like, what if I? Because I've been on a tear last Saturday of just like, you want to talk about a hackathon build? I've been on a tear every night, just rebuilding the entire infrastructure for my business to kind of streamline it, basically. Ooh, Gabrielle, we will definitely talk because that's definitely helpful. And then, oh man, yeah. So technically, if I remember right, everything's technically built. So if you wanted to, that takes you to the next level. So level 1 for free. Hey, Coach Jaja. Level 1 for free if you want to learn AI, because you have to learn AI. It's like essential, mandatory. Then go to my YouTube channel. I have a playlist there. There's like 40 videos, 50 videos there. All my best YouTube ones, they're there. Hey, Coach Jaja. And it's all free. One playlist to rule them all, just binge it. That's one. That will get you there. The next one, hey, Coach Jaja, happy Sunday. The next one, if you really want to, if you want a structured curriculum and tech support when you get stuck, that's my new Dr. AI Academy. I just launched it. It's officially supposed to be launched like last Saturday, but we had a fiasco last Saturday. So that's why I'm like, this officially, since you guys are watching my podcast, I will commit to the 6 p.m. Like, it's now like a wired habit. My alarm goes off at 6 p.m. I'm like, I got a live stream. I got to do my podcast. Is their good book going to be audible? Yes. And I'm actually going to read it for sure. It's actually going to be, because when I read my audiobook, I'm going to actually like share even more backstory type stuff. So I could go on side quests and tangents and give you guys much more than what was just in the book kind of thing. So that's why, and I'm not going to use AI to write. I'm going to actually read it. So, but actually, I'm probably going to read some of the chapters this week. So just to get it out there, to start off. So there's a lot on my plate, a lot of reworking, a lot of projects and juggling a lot of balls, but at the same time, we're building the infrastructure for next year that's going to take it to the next level. The way yeah, why not? So I'm trying to get the community to 100K a month. Like every business owner has a goal. What's your income goal? Mine's there. And so to reverse engineer that back, I've had to like ruthlessly simplify my business model. Oh my gosh, we have too many courses, too many like funnels and landing pages and website lead pages, and oh my God, all over the place. So one of the biggest things is simplification, and also 2 tiers, 2 memberships, and only 2 memberships, which actually works out into the new release of what this is. So if you're in a community, if you're in the inner circle, it's now being branded. Sorry for the rebrand, because we had to go through a whole identity, be like clear, this is what here and there. For example, the inner circle, I'm calling it, and instead of the community, I'm calling it the mastermind, because that's essentially what it is. Like, it's the mastermind where entrepreneurs that are using AI are collectively meeting together. Because of my values of no gatekeeping, I'm like honestly truly blessed for every member in the community for like instilling that value, because we share and help so much with each other. And it's such a tight knit family of the ones that show up to the meetings. I see you guys in I don't see your DMs, but I know you guys are in the DMs doing networking, sharing resources, doing coffee hours, helping each other with when each other gets stuck. That's what I love from the community. And we're going to still continue. Nothing changes from the community. If anything, you guys are going to get more guest speakers next year, is what, hopefully by December, if it works out, but everyone's busy in December. But I'm trying to get more guest speakers to bring their expertise into the community so that you guys level up on a next level. That's going to be like my 2026 plan. I say all this to basically, you should have a roadmap of where you are and what's your goal. Like mine is 100K a month. Like you could pick whatever your goal is. Like, but here's the hack that I want you to leverage AI and how it's helped I have ADHD, and my lack of focus and staying focused in shiny objects is a big thing I challenge with, like all the time. And so I highly recommend create a project folder. You can do it in ChatGPT. ChatGPT is still around because it's unlimited for $20 a month, and you can't beat that, honestly. So if you're budget conscious, especially token conscious, just create a ChatGPT project folder, for example. And then from that project folder, that's what you want to put this document. And this document is your source file. I update mine almost once a week of like, this is your North Star. And this is for everyone too, because everyone wants to quit their 9 to 5. And that should be a very like, we'll even break that down as well too. Like, what are the essential things that you need to start to escape your 9 to 5? Let's break that down. And actually, I don't want we're going to jam for a little while. So I don't want the battery to die on TikTok. Forgive me, you guys just have to deal with a little far away audio. But I'm giving you guys power because my battery is low and we're cooking. Nice, because this goal could be as simple as how to quit your job, honestly, how to get your 9 to 5, how to replace your 9 to 5 income with AI side hustle, or basically a side hustle that pays for your 9 to 5. We have 2 members in the AI certification program. That's the goal, is to help them quit their 9 to 5. It's a very aggressive, accelerated program though. So let's put it that way. If you're really serious, like I can't guarantee that you will be able to quit your job, but I can give you the tools and resources for how to market yourself, how to do product development, how to set up the infrastructure to collect sales and emails and marketing, and then also to show you proven business models of other people that are making money in the category that you want. That way you have a North Star, you have AI skills, you have a product. That's all in the certification program, basically, because it's basically a business development program because we're starting a new career. These are people that want to become AI certified consultants, which is a whole thing. Very interesting. It's so fun. But like my students are playing with Python and playing with Cursor and playing with NAN and automating their content. And I would put my one of my best students in my AI certification program. I think he's only in the 5th week. Like we finished our first month for sure. I think we're in the 2nd week of a 3-month program. He is so advanced. Notion, Alfred, voice commands, NAN, automated his social media content, put together his whole business model and plan that he wants. He's just like everyone else. He just wants to make 10K a month so that he could go travel and live in a location that he wants. That's his goal. Very simple. I think that's like very easily, like you could attain that within 12 months. I'm not gonna say it's like a 90-month time span. Like, no, if you start from now, in 12 months you'll be ready to go. You could actually accelerate it. It's just a function of product that you're selling. Is it in demand? And the second function is no one knows who you are, so it's traffic. So it's just content 3 times a day, or ads, which is $20 a day, so you can set it on autopilot. That's, but, or if you could do both, do both. It just accelerates the time for you to get the branding out there so that you can start seeing if your product's selling, see if there's product market fit, and if it does, great, scale it to the moon by producing more content or producing more ads, more people through the funnel, basically. And you can do what I'm doing, which is I'm trying to automate my sales process. So that's using a tool called a webinar. And a webinar is a structure. You've all been through webinars. You know there's a sales pitch. It is structured in a very specific way to convert your email list or people who have never heard about you, to put them through some transformation that they're like, oh my God, this was really cool. I got a transformation, some clear outcome. I want more of this and faster. Okay, what's the next program? And that's basically what a webinar does. You're trying to systematically put together a transformation so that someone, cool face fashions, I think I recognize you. So that is the vehicle, because then I'm trying not to, because I'm a solopreneur. I'm trying to do all of this without having to hire additional help, which a lot of people are, especially if you're doing if this is your side hustle kind of thing. So hiring employees or help is a little costly. So that's why I want to try and automate and streamline your content, your marketing, and your sales. So that's where it's like sales is going to come from webinars. Content, speaking of content, oh my gosh, now that Nano Banana 2.0 comes out, you could create more hyper realistic avatars of yourself that then you could feed into Nano Banana or HeyGen that could then generate more realistic. The goal is not to, it's obviously AI. I'm not trying to pass my avatar as myself for sure. No way. But we are getting super closer to that now, because we already built the workflow 2 months ago, technically, for a contest. So automating all of your short form content, from idea generation, script writing, even your digital avatar, and then scheduling to publish every single day. That is already built and that works. That's done. Now, the interesting thing is with this workflow, now you just, whenever the models get improved, like Nano Banana is already improved. Nano Banana 2.0 is rivaling Midjourney. It's not Midjourney replacement, but it's really, really close. And it does text really, really well. More realistic, better functionality out of it. So as the models get better, your workflow becomes more dangerous. So that's why I'm like huge into like automation, like NAN, and now like this whole vibe coding Python on your computer. Such a hack, such a tool. So where I'm like, oh, I want to automate something in my business that just systematically happens. Great. NAN is going to get you there. It's a Swiss Army knife. That's the way you think of it. Think of these things as like Swiss Army knives, like little tools, and the proficiency in there helps, because then you're like, oh my God, I could spend an hour of my life doing this job manually, or I could just tell Claude, write me a Python program that does this thing for me. And Claude's like, got it, on it. And anytime there's a bug, Claude, fix it. Claude's like, I see what the bug is. Like, Claude's so gangster. Lad, I was using ChatGPT Codex. This is like super nerdy, but like ChatGPT Codex inside of VS Code, and he was struggling. Like, he was struggling trying to put together this Python program that this and like install. Soon as I installed Claude Code, Claude's like, "That's all you want?" Done. And then we kind of went back and forth because the old library, we downloaded a library from GitHub. Now GitHub libraries are like going shopping. Like, Simi AI is, I definitely gotta check that one out. But going to GitHub is like going shopping for apps, like superpower apps that now treat GitHub as your app store. To go shopping, you want a custom automation that does XYZ, like this. Okay, this one that I just did. I literally just did it 2 hours ago. Then 1 hour ago, I recorded a course. And if you're in the community, if you go to the discussion forum, congratulations, you have a new course where I show you. So one, you have to be on Mac to do this. You can't do this on PC. Two, you have to use Alfred. Alfred for Mac is such a cheat code. I don't have time to go into it. It's part of literally when you go into the curriculum, which I'm going to talk about the academy, because everything is structured from beginner. I take you from step one beginner of like productivity. Like I need to fix how you just touch a computer like on a Mac. Part of that is I need to teach you to use Alfred. All of these things, each one of these level ups or things that I teach you, they save you time. Like literally compress time on a 10x scale. Like literally, like it took me 1 minute to say the prompt to Claude to say, you write the automation that does the thing that I want. Claude's like, done, on it. I go get my laundry. I come back thinking, oh, Claude probably like got stuck or anything. No, Claude was like, hey, I installed the program and it works. I'm done. And I was like, you're done? What? Alfred is, if you're on a Mac, let's talk about that. This is because everything I deal with is trying to automate and trying to, your input, like it just saves you time basically. Okay, so on a Mac, first you have to be on a Mac for sure. Sorry, PC, we'll touch PC like when we start doing very crazier stuff, but definitely is your day-to-day, your daily driver. Mac mandatory. Second to that, Alfred is I think it's like 39 pounds, not dollars, 39 pounds. One-time buy. It's a one-time buy, no subscription. When it installs into your computer, it allows you to do many different things, but we really use it for 2 superpowers. Now it's technically 3 superpowers. Superpower number 1 is that it allows you to, anything that you bookmark, you go back to over and over again, Notion pages, your work pages, that one specific dashboard for your one specific app, or any of your apps, that one page in that one specific app that you go over again for your email, for your Gmail, for any of that. Or that one Google Doc page that you got to go to Google Drive to find out because you use it over and over again, but you got to go search for it every single time. Alfred indexes all of your bookmarks on Chrome. I only stick with Chrome. Love it or hate it, I don't really care. It integrates so nicely with such a great productivity stack. Like, so it's definitely integrates with Chrome bookmarks. It reads your bookmarks. So I have on my keyboard, my hands is just usually always resting like you're regular to type. If I press my pinky twice on shift, boop, boop, Alfred comes up as this little search bar anywhere on your computer, and you could type anything there. You could type any bookmark and it will find it and take you right to that bookmark. What that does is it does what I call teleporting. Teleporting is, if I told you to go to your Gmail and go to that one specific email, you'd have to open up Chrome, go to Gmail, search for that one email, click into it. That whole process, that's what I call travel time. Anywhere you have to go on the web, you have to do travel time. You have to go click on the web. You have to go to that browser. You have to navigate through the little buttons. Boop, boop. You go to your bank and you got to log in. And then in your bank, you got to go click around to find the statements because you download the statements every single whatever. Same app. That's all navigation time. That all takes time anywhere you're trying to get to just do before you even do the job or task. That eliminates when you do Alfred quick search, because Alfred comes up, you type the bookmark and it takes you directly there in a second. That compresses so much time when people touch it. Like now my students will never touch a Mac without Alfred installed. They get so annoyed because, you got to use the mouse. You got to use the mouse to click around. That's so inefficient, because they know how much time it takes. So nerdy little things like that. But now with Alfred does another thing called clipboard history, which is oh my gosh, such is a godsend just in and of itself. Alfred for clipboard history. You press, Alfred's not LLM, it's not AI, it's before AI was AI. It's a software program you actually have to go to their website and download. I don't even think you could get it on the Mac store. Like you have to go to the website Alfred for Mac and actually download it. Like old school, like, but so it's one of the fundamental like productivity. Like if you love automation, like any type of automation, and especially if you're like a Mac nerd where you're like, oh, I love Mac apps and shortcuts and all that, get Alfred. It's only on Mac, hands down, so great. Now the second thing that it does is clipboard history. It will save all of the things that you put in your clipboard, text and images or screenshots, For as long as you want. You could do 7 days, 1 day, like as long as you want. So that means that email that I copy in the morning at 9 a.m., at 5 p.m., I could recall that email in 2 clicks. That's everything I've ever copied, everything. So I just load it up with things to copy. I'm like, da, 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 da. And then now, whenever I'm anywhere on the computer, I could just paste, paste, paste all the different things that I want. So you're not limited to, I call it goldfish, like copy paste. Like you can only load one thing into the queue. Now I can load infinite a number of things into the queue, for example. So it's not on the cloud, runs on your computer. It's only like 39 pounds one time buy, old school. And now it does the new superpowers we just unlocked today. It searches Notion, because what I do is I constantly have to open up Notion, and then in Notion I got to go to the search bar and then to go to find that file, because Notion is your second brain, or you should be using one. You need a digital notebook, like for sure, especially everything online. Is it? Let me see. Monica is asking, is on the App Store? I don't think so. I like getting it from their website. It's actually better. One, because then all the money goes to the developer and doesn't pay the $1 trillion company Apple. They have enough money. Yes, you could download it from the App Store, but I wouldn't. I would actually go to Google and just type Alfred Mac, and it's going to be the first one. It's actually called alfredapp.com. And Monica, since you're so awesome, I'm going to put it in your DMs inside the community. Gotcha. So check your DMs. That's how cool the community is. We can literally just send each other all sorts of secrets, tips, links, resources, unlimited, uninterrupted, with their own mobile app, all within the community. So sending that right now to because Monica's in the community. If you're in the community, ask and you shall receive. Ricky Robotics is like, yo, I'm joining the community. Okay, let's quick thing about that real quick. There are 2 levels that I'm like locked in on. And actually, Ricky Robotics, send me a DM because I need to give you a discount link. Actually, how do I do that? That's kind of crazy. I should, because I don't want to say it's expensive, but it's an investment. If you were not a business owner kind of thing, like you're going to look at it and be like, oh my God, that's expensive. However, it's a mastermind. It's a business mastermind. Everyone in there is sharing very elite secrets that you don't find in tutorials, courses. And you get a network, you get tech support, you get office hours, you also networking, you also get courses, all the 23 courses. You also get the discussion forum. You also get instant tech support and the access to the calendar where we have 4 workshops every single week with office hours. All of that. However, I will say the price went up. Because it's part of the new business model. So I call that the mastermind. So if you're in the community, it's technically called the mastermind, and the price went up. So if you leave the community, you can't come in at your original price. Don't leave, because you'll fall behind in the AI race anyways. The other thing that I'm introducing now, this is the new thing, is the Academy. And the Academy is more affordable, and you get access to only to the courses, for example. So, but if you have a business, it's an easy write-off, like for sure, because it's a mastermind. You get tech support, you get coaching, you actually can see how people are actually making money with AI. So that's the mastermind. And then the community is just courses only. So, but you get the courses structured from very beginner all the way to advanced. Like even I have my NAN automation template in there that automates your LinkedIn content. That's in there. Like that's all. So there's a ton of stuff in there. That's like, it's just structured curriculum as well too. So that's going to be the new tiers for the new memberships for the new year kind of thing, or at least that we're just kind of simplifying it. So if you're in the community, congratulations. We're going to bring in more guest speakers. We're going to be able to provide more resources. We're going to actually be able to help you guys with actual implementation. That's the thing I want to get to the community for next year, is that we will help you with the implementation of whatever of your text, like if you're if you're struggling with the email automation or some NAN automation, or like whatever you're struggling with in your business from a tech and AI side, we can actually help you. So that's the biggest thing, is think of it like Geek Squad, or if you've ever been to Apple, it's like the Genius Bar. That's the mastermind. You'll get the resources, plus that's the big thing. It's like members actually share insights and secrets, that how we're all using AI in many different cool ways. So that's in there. So 2 tiers, that's going to be the main thing going forward. Outside of that, oh my. Okay, so if you're in both, if either or, you get access to the courses basically. If you send me a DM, I'm going to send you like a, what's the percent discount? Hold on, I gotta do a little math. What is this? I'm gonna give you the homie price. Yo, hook it up with the homie discount for sure. Hold on, this damn website. Let me get this discount calendar. Let me give you guys. Okay, so the discount calculator website that I went to is, hold on, let me just find a new one, because I don't want to do the math in my head right now. We got AI and agents. So this, and then this, and then that, and then calculate. Oh, wait, delete, and then calculate. Sick. Okay, that's right. Yeah. Let me do the math. Yeah. If you DM me, I will give you a 61% discount to the community forever. As long as you log in and use that, like forever. It doesn't like go up next month. No, forever. 60% discount, because we did raise the price. So 60% discount if you send me a DM and you want to join the mastermind. Sure, no problem. Also in the community, if you're in the community and you complete all the courses, you also get a discount for the 60% off. So either way gets you there. And if you do ADHD, like, you're in the right place, because we do have a lot of ADHD entrepreneurs in there, because a lot of what I do, it also is tied to my book, is building this system so that it eliminates the deficiencies of ADHD with poor memory and lack of execution from your executive functions and time blindness. It solves all of those problems using a system that I've been, for the last decade, been building, piecing together, trial and error, template this, template that, trying this, building the SOP, building a routine. Does it work? Is it reliable? Because with it, this system gives you perfect memory and allows you to execute more tasks in a day than you can in a week. So it does 2 parts, and those 2 tools are Notion and TickTick. So although I talk a lot about AI, what I see entrepreneurs struggle, and just professionals too, struggling with is organization and overwhelm and lack of execution as far as clarity kind of thing. And there's really 3 tools. There's Notion, which is your second brain to store information, because now Notion integrates with everything. Notion integrates with chatbots. Notion has AI already built into it. I teach you how to use Notion correctly. Please, whatever you do, is do not go to YouTube to learn Notion. That's actually the worst place. You'll end up downloading 14 different templates that serve you nothing. You'll end up doing complicated data entry, logging every single task and thought and note in the wrong place. And you're going to find it so frustrating, because everything's scattered everywhere and it has no clear system to it, and it has dashboards and all this other stuff, and it's fancy and looks cool, but it's utterly useless because it's so complicated to move in and out. And that's why I see a lot of people fail with Notion, and I failed with that. So now I have one very specific template that I give to you in either or Mastermind or the Academy. You get access to all the courses, the templates, everything. The nice thing about both of them is I'm now structuring the courses like level 1, level 2, level 3. So when you come in, you have a very clear path where to go. And I don't just throw you into ChatGPT. In fact, you're not allowed to touch ChatGPT or any AI tool until you go through the fundamentals. Like, you have to learn how to use Mac. You have to learn how to use Notion. You have to learn how to use TickTick. You have to learn how to use Alfred, because these things will unlock so much productivity gain that it's like rebuilding a car. And most people just don't even have a car, and they're walking around. For example, go check the community and check out NAN. Definitely Monica. And then I sent you Alfred. Check out the new thing now with Alfred. It's like super dope. And then for their stuff, the NAN course is in there as well too. It's a very beginner course for NAN. But now we're eventually, and then next year, I'm already starting to work on a Python curriculum, because I want you guys to level up on Python. I'm excited. it's so dope and so like, gosh. So we talked about Notion, we talked about Alfred, because this brings you into, then we could get into like ChatGPT, prompt engineering, projects, folders, custom GPTs. Then once you master ChatGPT, then you go into like GenSpark, go and master GenSpark. I do think if I want to set up like certificates for you guys to earn certificates for each level, and I think it's going to be much more clear that way too. Yeah, and I do have more space now. That's actually really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna break it out so that you guys, if you complete levels, you'll get certificates. Right now, I have everything in like a huge level one. I'm gonna break them down a little bit more, and then set up an automation and lesson at the very end, so that you're quizzed, show a demo use case, show how you're using it, and then submit it for approval, and then I will approve you, and then I'm not gonna just give it to you if you haven't like everything. I've been doing certificates for like 2 years. My certificate programs, a lot of people just don't know about. My certificate program requires you to show an actual use case project and how you've actually used it. I don't care if you can answer a quiz. Like, I really don't care. I want to actually see how you've actually used the new skills that I've taught you in your worker life to achieve some new outcome faster, better than doing it before. I want to see use cases. That's the only way to get certificates in my community. It worked out great for the ChatGPT workshop. We certified like, or gave 300 people certificates, and they actually had to show like their projects. I had to go and like they had to record a video and submit it, or type up a document and show some screenshots to keep it simple. And I would actually go through each one of those and approve. I had to reject some because I was like, nah. I was like, this doesn't count. Go back, try again. Here's what you could do different. Here's what you could do. Here's a better way to automate it. Like, I don't just like, I'm such a hard ass. Right now, the AI certification program is the real only official certification. And then what I'm doing for this is like certificates for the academy or the mastermind, either or, because you're going to go through the courses anyways, like either or. They're both structured. You both get access to both either. The only difference is the mastermind, you get access to me, you get access to the workshops, you get access to guests. We're going to add guest speakers next year, which I'm super excited for, and actually get tech support and coaching and accountability. I want to add more resources, so I'm super dope. And then if you're interested in the mastermind, because the price did go up, send me a DM and I'll send you a 61% coupon for life, just because I want homie discount. I want like no excuses. Get involved with AI. Join a community of builders. Sync up every single week with some community, mine or someone else's, and network. Ask questions. See how other people are using AI. That's how you're going to learn and grow. The only reason I have my skills that I am doing today is because I've learned from my members. Each of my member has shown so interesting like workflows on how the tools they use and AI different. I'm like, man, I never even thought about that. That's fascinating. And so I'm like I'm like the sum of all the knowledge of the community. And so then I course it and share it so that everyone can level. So it's like rising tide lift all boats. So speaking of which, one of the things today is that new course. So that's coming out, and everything, and that discount is for life, as long as you don't cancel. If you cancel, I can't help you. You got to renew at the face price, which is the non-homie price. Like, all this allows me to put more resources into providing more support for you guys to help with implementation. That's really what I'm gearing up for 2026. That's why I've seen the biggest gap is people just need help with implementation, and I'm talking like building the automation, setting up their business so they have the right tech stack, putting the right tools and automation in their business as well, for example, like all of that, like type, because I don't feel like, if you, let's say majority of the people are like coaches and consultants, freelancers, creatives, and course creators in the community. So you shouldn't have to be like an expert in like DNS settings to set up your website kind of thing. I want to make things simple so that you can get up a professional website, vibe code that website so it matches your brand the way you want, which is so dope because we unlocked that actually technically last Friday. I still have to edit the course and then put it up. There's a lot of, so once I finish editing Friday's workshop, if you attend Friday's workshop, that was great, because what I did was I taught you how to set up WordPress. Oh my god, and they were having a Black Friday sale. Do not miss this. If you need a website for your business, or you want to upgrade your current website for your business, join the community so you get the course as one. But we were using SiteGround. SiteGround allows you to host your domain, and they were having a Black Friday sale for $2 a month. They would do your WordPress cloud hosting, and it was the easiest of the process to go through. That was amazing, because now that you have a WordPress, it's a good question. I'm very biased. You guys will also know like my stance, and I'm like very opinionated on tools. For example, I do not recommend GoDaddy, Wix, or Squarespace, or any AI website building tool in general. Any of them, any of the AI but like it will do the AI building like for you and as part of like the package kind of thing. Like I do not recommend any of those. Like nah, no need. Actually, Wix and Squarespace are so complicated. Like no. This process that we show you in the community, and actually it's going to be the Friday workshop again. I'm turning it into a course, and I will put it in, once it's in the curriculum, we'll call it. It's available for everyone, Academy or Mastermind. So, and it's put in the right place. It's technically put in the monetization section or lesson, because in the monetization section, there are some people that are like, hey, I just need something quick and simple to like accept payments and accept leads, and I'm not tech savvy. Perfect. Go to StanStore. Super simple. Set up a day, get your URL, your product. ChatGPT is going to tell you what to fill out the form. You can set it up in a weekend, technically a day. Like takes less than 4 hours to set up the whole thing. It's super easy. There's no tech skills requirement. That allows you to put up a paywall to sell anything: event, course, PDF book, workshop, consulting one-on-one, whatever you want. Simple, clean, and simple. So if I direct a lot of people that way starting off, just because it's so simple, and then you could spend the rest of your time doing marketing. That's the biggest thing, is you shouldn't be like weeks into spending, or worse, months into building your website and waiting to launch your website, which actually people don't care about your website. It's actually just people just want a place to go check out now, go buy now, basically. So with that, and then now some people are like coaches, consultants. A lot of people want for the AI consultants. Like StanStore is not going to be your thing, honestly. Like you need something professional, something that shows up branded, professional, and doesn't cost you $5,000 to build a website. This is the coolest thing right here, because once you have the site hosted on WordPress, anywhere you want, anywhere, WordPress is very easy to install on any website, basically. We use SiteGround, very easy. If you have a domain, you're good. Just connects your domain, couple clicks, no coding, super easy. Once you have WordPress installed, install Elementor, and then that is where you can paste your vibe-coded website. Because next you can ask Claude, ChatGPT, GenSpark, any one of them will do it. And you say, hey, build me a self-contained HTML file. That's the website. And they're like, okay, got it. What do you want on it? And then honestly, it's a lot of fun, because you're just talking to it. Say, I want it to have this. I want the button to do this. I want all this other stuff. Match this brand colors. Put an image over here. Very easy to buy. All you're doing is making your request. And I don't recommend Cursor, Lovable, Replit, or I forgot any one of the other ones. I don't recommend any of those tools, because you're gonna pay a subscription, and you're gonna get dinged and token cost for every request. And it's like, no, build it in Claude, GenSpark, or ChatGPT Codex and VS Code works totally fine as well too. Technically in VS Code, if you want to do it like the most affordable, technically Claude or Google AI Studio will also do it for free too. But if you're super nerdy, you can do it for free in VS Code. Just it's going to be the most affordable. The most affordable is running VS Code with Open Router, and then you could connect any API that you want. It's just going to be, you could just choose, because you don't need heavy complex. You could switch between the models very easily. That's like the most economical. And then you vibe code your website. We did it in about an hour. Vibe coded the website in 2 prompts, and then copied. Actually, GenSpark was actually the best. Claude's better, but most people don't have a Claude subscription. So that's why it's like, you should have a ChatGPT subscription for sure. Because then you got Codex in VS Code that would do it. Then if you have Claude, even better, Claude will do it. And then if you have, I'm sorry, if you have GenSpark, even better. Same thing with Claude too. It's like I have a lot of subscriptions, as you can see. It's a bad addiction. Everyone, like all the subscriptions are wild, which means we brings us back full circle. You should be using a subscription tracker. I recommend TickTick to keep track of all your subscriptions, and then you're done. Like, kind of wild. So that is the most of it. This week was Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to all of you and your families if I don't hear from you. In the community, we're going to be doing the ChatGPT workshop on Tuesday inside the community. Goes through the whole thing, ChatGPT beginner, like prompting, projects, custom GPTs. I'm trying to think of it. Those are the main things I need to get you there, for example. If your questions about free pick or Higgsfield, if you do AI images or videos like part of your workflow, free pick or Higgsfield, either or, it's not to say one is cheaper than the other. It's just which one do you like working with your workflow? That's fundamentally it. I like Higgsfield. I honestly just haven't tried free pick. Once I tried Higgsfield, I just started learning everything the Higgsfield way, and then it's just part of your workflow for generating images, generating video. It's just another tool to help you with now videos and images. Oh man, Nano Banana 2. Definitely play with Nano Banana. It's free inside Google AI Studio, and you have the best Photoshop manipulator image generator known to man for free. Like, all graphic designers lost their job, guaranteed, the second Nano Banana 2 dropped. For sure. Once you play with it, you're like, oh my, create ads, create promotions, do mock-ups of your product, do photo shoots of you wearing anything, doing anything. Like, you can create your digital avatar. You can create like your whole branding basically. And Google GenSpark actually uses Google Gemini or Nano Banana too. Pretty interesting. So nice. Well, with that, highly recommend join the community. If you want 61% discount to the mastermind, send me a DM. I'll send you that custom special code. I just don't want to say it here. That's all. And then in the community, Tuesday, we're going to do the ChatGPT free workshop. I've got a new course today, which is how to integrate Notion search with Alfred. That's in the Academy and for GenSpark too, or in the Academy and Mastermind. And yeah, we're going to keep rocking. So look forward to seeing each and every one of you. It's going to be a great week. Keep rocking, keep playing with AI, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, I got to say bye to everyone. Ricky Robotics, welcome to the club. I'll see you later. Gabrielle, good to see you as well too. I will reach out to you about my book as well. We have, who else? Oh, I got to click this button. There we go. I can see Nesto, Caesar M, Kaisnet, KY, Emma, and Angie. Good to see each and every one of you. I'll see you tomorrow for my next live stream. Have a blessed day. Bye. And that's TikTok. This actually worked out, having this little microphone. You guys are on YouTube, so I was just saying bye to TikTok. This little microphone is actually really helpful. At least part of my, I didn't have to wear it, which is a big